Hello Libra, this is Olivia from DOS Tarot. I'm here to do your monthly reading for the month of July. Remember, if it doesn't resonate with you, try not to make it fit. And I'm going back to my original version of reading for whatever sign I'm reading for. They're going to be on this side, and then their person or situation is going to be next to it. And then I've added a little 4-card layout for a potential outcome for the combined two. And I am also doing just a little bit of a reading out of the Soul's Tarot, or also when I do the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. Because I realized when I was pulling the Oracle decks for you, I was only reading that quick little blurb that's down below. And I have read the card or the book before, but I feel like I was cheating you guys by not giving you at least a little bit more. I'm not going to read every detail. I will read one paragraph because I kind of know where those are at in each of the different cards. Anyway, it'll just give you a better understanding. Okay, I guess let's go ahead and get started. Let's pull your Soul's Journey card first and see what they have as a card for you for your reading today, or for the month of July. And I'm only going to be doing the card reading through the book for just the monthlies. I won't do it for the weeklies, unless you guys tell me otherwise. What does Libra need to know the most? What is the most important? Indecision. Oh, that's funny. That's all she's about is balance, right? Indecision. Oh, but it does say something here nice. Let's see. It says, I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. Okay, now keep that in mind. Now watch when I read it. It's amazing how much more we can learn. Your soul is spirit manifest in this physical dimension. Even though you may feel limited by the constraints of your body, your connection to the infinite wisdom of the universe is always available to you in the form of intuition. You are never alone when making any decision. Spirit only wants the best for you, and by listening to your inner voice, you will always be guided to the proper outcome. All you have to do is ask. The expectations of others is only an illusion. You were not born to listen to fear. You were taught to listen to it. Wow. So in other words, that makes more sense, because if you think of you as Libra as justice, that's about courts and judges and things of that nature. Well, that's the biggest thing you do is decisions. So that's pretty awesome. And I'm guessing that they even learn how to use their intuition. Okay, let's go ahead. Now I'm going to be using the mini card for the mini card deck for just clarifying if we need to. Usually I like to clarify a thing or two. So let's go ahead and dig in and see what we have for Libra. What is the most important thing that Libra needs to be aware of? Libra, Libra. That one wanted to come out. The Seven of Swords in reverse. That talks about somebody getting caught doing something devious. Alright. Getting caught. Getting caught sneaking away from something, or getting caught doing something that's not proper. That's against the law. Just saying. And then we also have the Chariot. Now the Chariot talks about balance, having a headstrong, heart-strong direction in where they want to go in life, not just a journey. They've done a lot of inner work. And the Fool in reverse. Now the Fool in reverse is actually just a fool. So somebody's being very foolish. They're not thinking clearly. They don't have a plan, perhaps something on that nature. And maybe they don't know where they're going. And I don't mean in a physical way. I'm talking about emotional or spiritual way. They have the thought and they have the action, but now they just don't know what to do with it. That's you, Libra. Let's see what your other person is doing. Now they have the Nine of Wands, which is okay. It just means that they have a lot of excess energy from the past that they're hanging on to. But these are lessons learned, the ones in the back. This is the Nine of Wands. The 8 Wands behind him is just lessons that have been learned. And some people like to hold on to those lessons so they don't forget and repeat the same pattern again, which is a good thing, I think. But it also blocks up space within your psyche, your spirit, your soul, with all of the stuff that's already there. So it would be best to get rid of the ones that you have already dealt with and know that it's stored in your mind or somewhere in your psyche, that those lessons you learned, you'll know when they pop up again. So it's best to let it go. That would be internal work. That's soul work is what that is. And the 1 wand that he's holding on to now in this card just indicates that that's an ongoing battle that's happening now. And it's been happening for quite some time for the weeds to be growing up on it. 4 of Pentacles means somebody's holding on to something too tight. Maybe you're holding on too tight to old past. Can't let go of the old way of being. And it's causing some kind of conflict internal within your soul, within your body. Wow, that's a lot for 2 people. You know, sometimes I wonder if these don't become just one person. It depends if you're single or not. It'll probably end up being, or if you're single, it'll probably be the whole reading will be for you. But, ooh, talk about justice. Judgment. This is a judgment call. And this can be on Libra or their person because it's the bottom of the deck. So I'll leave this off to the side. I won't forget about it. Whoops. Woo. So let's go ahead and start by clearing each of the cards with at least one card from the clarifying deck. Tell us about the 7 of Swords. Why is the 7 of Swords in reverse? What is that here for? What is the purpose? Oh, somebody got caught walking away. And that could just be right now in their heart and in their mind. Somebody's wanting to walk away. And they're getting caught at it. What that means exactly? This is somebody sneaking away. And this is somebody literally walking away. They're looking for more emotional fulfillment. This is you, Libra. You're walking away from something that is not emotionally fulfilling. And let me just, bear with me here. The 7 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it's just like I said, it's being caught and it's some kind of punishment. And maybe your punishment is that you have to walk away. Oh my goodness. Whatever you did that was wrong, you're being judged. That could have something to do with the Judgment card. So if you got caught doing something, whoever or whatever, if it was a job, if it was a person, they're asking you to just walk away. They're not firing you. I don't see that. At least not yet. They're asking you to walk away. And if it's an affair, it could be your partner saying, it's time to walk away. Just go. Oh gosh, that's deep. I think it's less, I don't know. Let's keep going. The Chariot. Now the Chariot also speaks about being headed in a direct path that is their soul has set for them. And it might not right now be a physical move, but it will be a physical move. Now, does that mean a physical move from one job to the other, perhaps, or from one situation to the other? With the 4 cups in the upright, this tells me that somebody's very discontent in where they are. And if the divine had a cup of love from your soulmate, you're not interested. And it's only because at this point, there's no emotions. There's no emotions here. There's 3 empty cups here, and you just don't feel it. Wow. Something has really, whatever that getting caught card is. Too many cards. I only pulled 1. Now the Fool in reverse is actually being a fool. They didn't make any plans. They don't know where they're headed. They just went straight out. And it could be with the Chariot as well. Because they're so discontent, it's like they drive blindly. Have you ever done that? I have. It's like out of boredom. Well, there's something being hidden here. The moon in the upright tells me that there's some kind of secret that's not being told, or it's not being revealed. Let's see if we can get one card for that. I want to clarify the moon, please. What is it that's not being revealed? Oh my goodness. Okay. The home life with the 4 of Wands in reverse tells me that there's a huge disappointment in perhaps a marriage. It could be a job that you've been at for a long time and it feels like home. Or it just could be that you're separating from somebody that you thought you were in love with. It could very well be that. But it definitely affects the home. Because the 4 of Wands is definitely about home life. Yeah. It's about movement out, and it has something to do with arguments. You haven't revealed this yet, though. You haven't revealed it to anybody. You're going solo on being a fool, Libra. You're solo. Nobody knows what you're up to. Wow. Interesting. Tell me about the 9 of Wands for your person, Libra. The 9 of Wands. Oh, now they have a cup of love. They've been working on themselves. With the 9 of Wands even being on the board tells me at least they're thinking about it, trying to figure out what happened in the past. Oh, excuse me. And when that happens, there is always a divine gift for taking the effort to try to figure out what's going on. Because we have free will. We can decide to look at something in our past or not. But if it might save a marriage or a union or some kind of commitment, if it will do that, then the divine will definitely step in and give you enough love for yourself at this point so that you can continue to go forward. So don't stop there. Keep going. That's a big cup of love. Now, why is the 4 of Pentacles here for your person, Libra? Four of Pentacles, please. Did I say cups? I meant 4 of Pentacles. Ooh. Hoarding. Yeah. This is like an addiction. Hoarding money from somebody that you're with is evil in my eyes. And this is what this betrays to me. This is telling me that there's something that's not quite in alignment with the divine. Hoarding is part of this card too, if I remember right. Hoarding, being bound to something that you can't let go of, obsessions. That makes sense. So your person, Libra, is they're working on it. Let's just put it that way. They're working on it. But if they feel that you're about to walk away from something, they're going to hoard their money anyway, because they're not going to give you a penny. If you're leaving them, are you leaving them, Libra, are you leaving them because you caught them hoarding? And you didn't feel it was fair? And I bet this wasn't the first time. If that's what it is, I would not be surprised if there's been many times before. Well, that's not good. Because being caught can be anything. And the first negative thing that I see here is this particular card, the Capricorn card on top of the Four of Pentacles. And that tells me for sure there is something. Why somebody would do that to hurt the other, oh, that's not good. But money shouldn't be a big part of anybody's life. I say, be thankful if you have enough to get by. You don't need excess. Not in these days and times, anyway. Be lucky you've got what you've got. Now, the Five of Wands here's where it really gets into play about how this works. The Five of Wands is like two people that have very strong wills. They don't like to give in, neither one of them. So they're constantly pulling and prodding each other. And that in itself could cause a separation. Especially if it's frequent. Ah, yeah. The Queen of Cups in reverse is somebody that's very vulnerable emotionally at this time. They cry a lot. They sob to get that sympathy from the other person. I don't like the Queen of Cups in reverse because I love the Queen of Cups otherwise, but she's mean. She's not mean. She's manipulative, to be honest. She's very manipulative. I wouldn't say controlling, but just she knows how to work it. Get her way. My gosh. And your indecision, I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. You're using your intuition. You know it's not going to last. Even though you're being a fool about it, which I don't like to see that card in the reverse because it just means there's possible danger ahead. But anyway, we're not going that far into the reading at this point. All right, let's go ahead and get the 4-card layout for the potential outcome for this reading. And it'll be for both sides or not. We'll see. Intuition. That's what I said. Libra, you found out about this situation through your intuition. Oh, Lordy. Okay. Excuse me, one moment. Oh, okay. Now this tells me that somebody's standing down. They're tired of fighting. They're tired of blocking. They don't want to be defensive anymore. They just want out. They just want out. And that's where I think the Chariot comes in with it. 4 of Cups being, discontent, boredom, a dislike, no love. This could fit here for sure. Just ready to head out. going to take courage, but the courage in reverse, or I shouldn't say courage, I always do that. It's actually the strength card. Oh my gosh. And it talks about the abuse of power, fear, disgrace, self-sabotaging as well. There's been some abuse. It's got to be on your partner, Libra. If I see it here, I bet there's been other places where it's shown up. The devil talks about addictions. It talks about being bound to somebody, being obsessive, like I was speaking about earlier. But there's many things. It's time to walk away for sure, Libra. It's time. One more card. There we go. I was just saying. Chariot is like double indemnity, which means do it. Don't hesitate. Please, if it's this toxic energy and there's a power struggle between the two of you, it's not worth it. But you know better than me, because I don't know all the details. It could be a marriage. It could be just a union between two people that are partners. It could involve children. It can go on and on. But you know, you have to always take care of yourself first, because even if it's with children, if you're not able to feel love, what are they going to see in you as they grow up? I'm not a counselor or anything like that, but I'm just speaking what feels to be true. Let's clarify judgment. Yeah. There is definitely some kind of sickness here too. Somebody's not healthy. And it seems to me like there's some kind of financial issues here too. And I see it with the Four of Pentacles. I don't think this is the first time this has happened. I can't imagine this is like a one-time deal and all of a sudden somebody wants to go. No, I bet it's happened many times before. Yeah, it talks about being caught. Same as the Seven of Swords. All right. Well, that's what I have for you, Libra. Oh, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands in reverse. Now, this is somebody that had been waiting for someone or something to come in. And with it being in reverse, it's just delayed. So, that's what I have for you, Libra. I hope this helps. And thank you for being patient with me on the reading of that book. But I like to be able to give you more information than just that little blurb. I hope you liked it. Leave a comment. Thank you, and I will see you during the week. Namaste.